Starting soon. Okay, guys, I know you're probably seeing me right now, and because I can see myself on the Google Hangouts window, but I'm waiting for the live event window to actually say live like it does now. Now it says live. All right, guys. Hi, Glama here again. Thank you for joining me here at Made with Love by Glama, where everything is always made and taught by me with love. This is not a scheduled live event. I'm just doing it as a live event just to save time from filming with my camcorder and then having to upload it and taking hours and hours and sometimes days to do so. So I'm just doing an impromptu live event so that it's automatically uploaded as soon as I hit stop broadcast. So anyway, I took a little shopping trip to Walmart yesterday. I love Walmart. I love Joann's more, and Hobby Lobby and Michael's, but Walmart is closer to me, and yeah, so I go to Walmart a lot. Their selection for yarn and notions, you know, sewing accessories and stuff like that isn't half as, oh, it's just like a little, I don't know, little teeny tiny drop in the button compared to what bucket compared to what Joann's and Michael's and Hobby Lobby has, but it's what I have nearby me, so that's where I go a lot. I should almost have Walmart sponsor me, huh? As much as I talk about them. But anyway, I wanted to show you what I bought. I just bought a couple things. We went and bought a microwave for my daughter's RV. I made a little video while I was there, and I posted it on my Facebook group page and on my personal Facebook page. So if you want to see that little crazy video, you can go see that. It's just a like 5-6 minute video. So you can see the little area of yarn that I have there at my local Walmart in San Antonio. So we bought her a microwave, and then I wanted to go buy a beginner's knitting kit, and so that was my main reason for wanting to go. And so I went ahead and bought it, and this is the little kit that I bought. And I thought it was going to be like $12 to $14, but it ended up just being $9.97, so 10 bucks. And it comes with a lot of goodies. Yay! Like this right here, I probably won't use because they're just plastic little tapestry needles, and I have nicer ones. But I mainly wanted the pattern book, and it teaches you different stitches, and it actually comes with a DVD, so I'm excited to open it up. I haven't opened it up yet. And it comes with stitch markers, which I have a lot of stitch markers, but the main reason I wanted to buy the kit was for the different size needles and for the book itself, because it has like 18 patterns. And I wanted this, where is it? Right there, this cable, right there, cable needle that I did a cable swatch the other day, and I didn't have a cable needle. So I just grabbed the stitches, took them off the hook, and put a stitch marker through it and closed the stitch marker, and then did what I needed to do and then put them back on. So that was a little harder than it would have been had I had the actual cable needle that I needed. So yeah, I'm going to open it up with you. And I also wanted to get a yeah, what do you call it? Circular needles as well. Knitting circular knitting needles. That's what they're called. I have bamboo ones, really, really thin bamboo ones for sock knitting, but I wanted a bigger set for just regular knitting. And so I haven't even opened it up. Yeah, haven't even opened it up either yet. So let's see. I forget what size did I get. They're 29 inches long. It's 29 inches long, and it's a 6.5 millimeter in size. Gosh, it's all tangled up. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So if you want to make something, a bigger panel, you can make a panel from here all the way to here, because this will hold that many stitches. So yeah, cool. I can't wait to try them. And let me open up the little kit. Okay, so the knitting, I bought some knitting needles from a thrift store long time ago, but they're really, really long. Well, not really, really long, but they're 14-inch long needles. And I'm not very tall, so my my arm isn't very long, and so with the 14-inch ones, I'm going like this, moving, and they're like hitting everything. And you know how my dogs are always on me, so that's always whacking them on the head or something, and hitting the armchair with the needle and stuff. So I wanted to get some shorter needles, so I bought these 10, are they 10 inches or 10 and a half? Yeah, 10.5-inch needles the other day. And so this is what I've been practicing on all week. I've been so excited. I haven't done the tutorial that I promised everyone that I was going to do. I was going to do the Ninja Turtle hat tutorial, but I never got to it last week because I got on this knitting kick. I retaught myself how to do the knit and purl stitch. I taught myself when I was a teenager how to do the knit and purl. Oh, hey, someone just said hi. Jane Grass Market. Hi. She says hi. Cool. So yeah, this is an impromptu live event. I wasn't really expecting anyone in here, but I'm so glad you popped in and said hi. So I'm just going to go ahead and show what I bought, and if I have time afterwards, I'll go and read all the comments if there are any. So yeah, I bought this and I've been practicing, and so yeah, I'm so excited. And so I've been doing swatches after swatches, and I retaught myself how to do the knit and purl, and I learned English style. English style means you hold the working yarn in your right hand. Continental style is supposed to be faster and less movements of the hands, which makes it faster. I guess the smaller movements you make, the faster you can knit, and you hold the working yarn in your left hand. So I've always wanted to learn continental style, so I watched a couple videos and I saw how they held the yarn, and so I retrained myself how to go from English style to continental style one whole day, all day, one day, and I just kept doing it. My hands were cramping and everything, but I did it, and so I got it down, but I'm still a little awkward with it. So I'm not going to make an actual teaching tutorial of knitting until I am more comfortable with holding the hook, the needles and stuff. But yeah, so I've been practicing with these shorter ones, and these are so nice because you see how they're so much shorter than my elbow. The 14.5 inches are just so long. So yeah, I have a little swatch here that I've been kind of working on. Just still practicing because now that I've got the continental style down, I'm still holding my finger way high up. And I was watching someone who said that, how does the fastest knitter knit? Well, the key, they said, is that she holds the yarn really, really close to the actual needle so that it's just all right. It's just, the movement is just right there. So that's what I'm going to be working on for the next few days, is now teaching myself how to hold my finger really close to the actual needle rather than like that, the way I taught myself. And I see a lot of people that do the continental knitting like this. They hold it about that far, but since I'm just teaching myself or retraining myself to do the continental style, why not teach myself to do it as close to the needle as possible so that I'll be even faster? So I'm going to teach myself doing that. I'm going to do swatch after swatch after swatch until I get comfortable with that. And then maybe not next week, but maybe the week after that, I'll do a beginner's knitting tutorial. I'll do both a video for English style and also videos for continental style, because honestly, if you've never knitted before, I think doing it continental style might be hard to learn. I would have preferred to have learned it first so that I wouldn't have to reteach myself from English to continental. But it is, when you're a beginner, it's hard to know what kind of tension to make the yarn come through your fingers and stuff, and where to put the tension so that just the right amount of yarn slides through. And you have to learn to maneuver both needles. So I think, this is just my opinion, everyone. I know there's lots of excellent knitters out there, but in my opinion, I'm kind of glad that I learned English style first, because I have the concept of what I'm supposed to do. And I think going from English to continental was easy for me to learn because I already had the gist of what I was trying to do. And Yoga Frog says, hi, first time catching a live show. I'm in North Texas. Woohoo! And your name's Holly. Hi, Holly. So my purpose for coming on here, doing it live, is so that I wouldn't have to film myself on camcorder, and then it take days and days and days for it to upload on here. So I'm doing it as a live event, so that as soon as I hit stop broadcast, within 5 minutes, it's up live and I don't have to wait days for it to get uploaded. So I'm just doing an impromptu live event, didn't schedule it, didn't really let anyone know about it. And I thought, hey, if someone finds me in here, they can pop in and say hi. But I wanted to show everyone what I bought yesterday. I know that this isn't the best of the best that you can buy, but right now I'm a beginner and I'm just learning. So it's exactly what it is. I taught myself knitting. So my main purpose for buying it is, I know that I won't use these plastic tapestry needles. You know, plastic ones aren't really that great. I mainly bought it because it comes with 2 other size hooks, a size 6 and a size 8 millimeter, and they're the 10-inch short ones that I like. And I wanted the little booklet because it has 18 free projects in there, and it comes with a DVD. So I'm so excited to open it up. And one of the main reasons I wanted it is because I wanted this cable needle right there. Because if you watch this back, you'll see what I was talking about. I did a cable knit swatch without a cable needle, and I was able to do it, but it was harder than it probably would have been had I had that. So I'm going to open it up now. Excuse all the noise that I'm probably going to make while I'm opening it. Hope it's not too hard. Oh, there we go. It wasn't that difficult. Ooh, I can't wait to watch the DVD in here. So ooh, the book is thicker than I thought it would be. When I first bought my Teach Myself How to Crochet book, it wasn't this thick. Look how thick this is. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, here's the DVD right there. So I wanted to open this up with y'all so y'all can see what comes in it. I am so amazed that it came with a DVD for $9.97. And these are the free patterns that you'll get. Ooh, has a sweater for whoops, which way am I going? This way. Has a sweater for a gentleman. It even has a doggy sweater. Wow, it has easy projects like this. What is it, a pot holder? Ooh, look at that poncho. Adorbs. Look at that. That is so cute. Look at that stuff. Look at that little girl poncho. Wow. Oh, look at that little, it's like a little cardigan or something. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's adorable. Okay. So I'm so excited. Yay. And a lot of the patterns say that it's easy. So I love it. I love it when it says easy. Yay. All of them say easy because it's for beginners. So why wouldn't it be easy? Let me turn this way so that I can show you what's in here. I love that sweater. I'm going to have to make my husband a sweater. Maybe I'll even put a little couple cable little stitches in there. Ooh, that's cute. That's adorable. So I'm sure a lot of y'all probably have this kit because, I mean, you can find it at Walmart, at Joann's, or wherever. Oh my word, this is so adorable. Why didn't I think of this? A sweater with like little mitten pockets. That is so cute. That's an adorable idea. I'll have to make that for my granddaughters. Wow. Look at that little chevron blanket. Isn't that cute? This has, oh, and it's in Spanish and in French and everything. Look, it says Español, François. I don't know how to speak French, so I'm sure that was wrong pronunciation. Wow, it has some really, oh, there's a scarf with cable knit. Yay. Oh, there's the little pot holders. Awesome. I am so excited. And it's going to teach you different, yeah, I think I just saw something about continental style knitting, and I'm not sure if it'll also teach you English style, but I'm sure those patterns are in here too. Isn't that adorable? Those fingerless gloves. So that's that. That's the book. And it comes with these needles. Let me untape everything. Sorry for all the noise, guys. Okay, here's the tape. I'll just put that right here. So the size of this needle, I believe, is the size 8. Yeah, this is size 8. And it's just as short as the ones that I bought. Yep, there you go. So this is a size, what size millimeter is this? This is a 6.5 millimeter. This is an 8 millimeter hook, or not hook, needles. And these are, I believe, size 6. Yeah, so I have 6, 6.5, and then I have 8. So I have 3 size needles of the short ones. I have long ones that I bought at the thrift store, like I said, but those are too long for me right now that I'm still learning. And this, I am not exactly sure what it's for, but when I learn what it's for, I will tell you. But it's got a little ruler on it. It's like some kind of gauge thingy. And I wonder what that's for. It's got millimeters, like 12 point. Is it telling you the size of the needle? It's not telling me the size of the needle, is it? No, that wouldn't be it. Would it? No, maybe it's, is it telling you the gauge of the yarn? I don't know. Maybe if someone knows, you can tell me there. Yoga Frog says, which is Holly, says, I started knitting last year. I used to be scared of knitting socks because you work with 4 needles. But with practice, I learned I am only on my 3rd pair of socks. I can't wait to see your progress in knitting. My daughter is 4 and can chain in crochet. Yay! Yeah, and I am never even going to attempt to knit with socks with 4 needles. That's why I bought the circular needles. And before I even bought this little kit, like I mentioned earlier, I bought bamboo circular needles from Joann's. And so I bought them a really thin size. I don't know what the millimeter of the needles are. And I bought my husband some navy blue sock yarn. And so I still need to make socks for him, but I will not even try to do it with 4 needles. That just looks way too complicated for me. So if I make socks, I'm going to do it with circular needles. Someone else just joined me. Abigail Short says, I just started knitting not that long ago, and it takes much longer than crochet, at least for me. You know, I think you're absolutely right, because I think even people that have been knitting for a really, really long time even say the same thing, that they just started crocheting and that crocheting is faster. But I just love the fabrics that you can make with knitting. So I've always wanted to learn to knit. I learned to knit and crochet at the same time. And when I learned to crochet, I only knew how to do a chain and single crochet, and that was it. And I could only make rectangular things, square things, and that was it. I didn't know how to make armholes. I didn't know how to work in the round or make increases or decreases. As soon as I learned that, about 1.5 years ago, I learned how to make increases and decreases and how to work in the round. Oh my word, guys. My creative juices just started flowing, and I just started designing clothes in my head and drawing it out, and then figuring out how to get those drawings to come to life. And those are a lot of the projects that you see on my channel. And I have a lot of drawings that I still haven't attempted to actually make yet, but I will. I just keep getting a lot of requests for tutorials that I haven't actually started making the ones that I have plans to make. But I've always wanted to learn to get better at knitting the way I've gotten better at crocheting. Like I said, I learned them both at the same time when I was young. But like I said, I only knew how to do chain and single crochet with the crocheting, and I only knew how to knit and purl with the knitting, and I could only make square and rectangular objects with the knitting as well. But when I decided that I needed to do something to just keep my mind busy and off of negative things, I chose crochet because I know that crochet is supposed to be easier to learn. So I thought, you know what, right now my brain, with everything that was going on 1.5 years ago in my life, I wanted something as simply as possible. And I knew that crochet was easier, but ultimately I knew that I was going to try to get as good in both, not just one versus the other. So now that I've gotten a little better in crocheting, I want to try my hand at knitting, which I have been doing all last week. That's what I did. I've been practicing and practicing and practicing. Oh, Jackie Ingalls, or is it Ingalls or Ingles? says, hi, just started crochet too. I'm from Brazil. Hi, Jackie. Yeah, nice to meet you guys. All three of y'all are new to me. For some reason, I recognize Yoga Frog's account name, but I don't know if I've ever, maybe I recognize it because we've commented back and forth. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's so good to talk to y'all. Probably because I'm doing a live event in the evening. I usually do them at 10 in the morning, and y'all are probably at work, so you've never joined me. But I'm so glad that y'all can join me now. So does anyone know what this is for? If so, can you let me know in the comments? I'm sure it's some kind of gauge, but I mean, it says, it just says a knit gauge. And it comes with a knit tally. So it's like a little row counter, I guess. And I wonder, does it fit on a needle? Oh, it does. It fits on your needle, so you can just, I don't know how it works. Oh, so I guess it fits on any needle, and the numbers just change. I don't know if I'm turning it the right way or the wrong way. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so I guess if you're knitting, maybe you can just do it with your finger, I guess. I wonder if it fits any size needle. Let me try this one. Yeah, it does, because you can see on the inside, it kind of opens, the blue in there kind of expands and stuff. So if you have a bigger needle, I wonder if it'll fit this big needle. Not big, but oh no, it doesn't fit that one. See, it only goes as far as there with this one, but that's okay. Does it fit this one? My circular needle? Nope. So it just fits the smaller needles. So that's that. And these are so cute. I think that's what these are for. Let me see. What is it called? Point protectors. Okay, so you just put them on here just so that you don't stab someone. Yeah, so that's a cute idea. However, keeping a pair of these in your purse, in your handbag, if you're ever at a shopping mall or in a parking lot, keep some knitting needles, and anyone tries to mess with you, like, you can just go all grandma knitting needle ninja on them. Anyway, I know, I'm goofy. All right, so what is this thing? I wonder if this isn't a cable needle, is it? What is that? I wish I knew what these things were. It doesn't even say what it's called either. Stitch holder. Oh, it's a stitch. Could this be a stitch holder? Or, yeah, this must be a stitch holder, and this must be the cable needle. Yeah. See, I could have really used this when I was doing that little cable knit swatch that I was doing. So yay, I'm so excited about all my goodies. And it comes with some big stitch markers. Let me see if I can open them. I don't have stitch markers this big. Yeah, pretty awesome. So somebody was asking me to do a review on this kit, but since I haven't actually used them yet, I don't want to do an actual review. I just wanted to do a little unboxing or unveiling with y'all. These are cool. Yeah. Yay. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm so excited to watch that DVD. I don't know if it's gonna, is it gonna actually teach me this is how you knit, this is how you purl? I wonder. I don't know. And if I had time to actually read this, I could tell you what the DVD is supposed to be about. Oh, you know what? Number 7. What does it say that number 7 is? Stitch holders. Keep stitches secure until you are ready to work them. So yeah, that's what this does. Number 8, stitch counter, easy to use counter that helps you keep track of the number of stitches on your needle. Oh, on your needles. Manually adjust numbers as you knit. Awesome. Yay! But I want to know what's going to be on the actual DVD. Instructional knitting DVD, English only. Oh, so it is going to teach you how to knit English style. So for any of y'all that are crocheters and are just going to be attempting knitting, I'm going to show you what I meant to show y'all yesterday during my live event and completely lost track of time because I had so many people in here. And we were having good conversation, so I didn't ever get to the I'm trying to put everything back in its place so that I can close up the little thing. It's just the way that I am. I'm kind of a perfectionist. Okay, I'm gonna put everything back in its place. Okay, this goes in here. This goes right here. And I think this went under somewhere. I don't know where it went. But yeah, see, I wouldn't want to use these all the time because look at how they bend so easily. So I have nicer tapestry needles, but for someone who's just beginning, those are excellent, you know. Excellent beginner kit, definitely. Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside now that I've opened it with y'all. Uh-oh, my battery's about to die. Eek! Okay, so for those of y'all, because a lot of my crochet friends in my Facebook group page are excited to learn to knit with me, and one of my friends, Cheryl Smith, said that she went and looked up a knitting tutorial and that it kind of freaked her out a little bit because it looked so hard. And I so hope that when I do my beginner tutorial that I'm going to be able to explain it well enough, because oh my goodness, I don't want to confuse anyone and make life more difficult for them while they're trying to learn it. I'm hoping to make it easier on them. I know that I've had a lot of subscribers tell me that they like how I explain crocheting in such a simplified way, and I'm hoping that I can explain knitting as simply as I was able to explain crochet. So this is how I learned English style. English style, you hold, so I usually, if I do English style, I bring the whole skein of yarn to my right side because this is where I'm going to be holding the, so this isn't a tutorial or anything. When I do an actual tutorial, it's going to be like my crocheting tutorials. You're going to be looking down at my hands. But I just kind of wanted to show everyone what I've been working on. So the stitches are already cast on and everything, so I can't show you all that right now. But everything's going to be backwards, but I just kind of wanted to show you, this is how I learned English style, where you, right now I'm doing the knit stitch, so you're going, here's the front loop and the back loop, and I'm going through the front. And in English style, when I first learned, I completely would completely drop the needle. Now I've learned to kind of hold it like a chopstick so that you don't ever have to totally let go of the knitting needle. So what you do with that is you put it like this, kind of like an X, and English style, you take your yarn and you loop it, you yarn over it like this to where it's in between, and then you go like this and you lift it off. And then you can tighten the tension. And I'm sure you can hold the yarn however you want to make it easier. So this is how I learned. I learned English style like this. And so I'll do a couple stitches English style. And I know that some people are really fast at even English style. They'll hold the yarn like this and just kind of go like this and somehow get it over, get the yarn over there. But I never really got that good at it. Like I said, I learned how to knit and purl, and then I just started reteaching myself how to knit and purl, but I didn't want to teach myself to get really fast English style because I want to get really good at continental style. So I really haven't focused on how to hold my yarn in a, so I guess I would probably hold it like this and then cross it over like that if I was to really want to focus on English style. But so instead, what I did all last week for like a day, all day long, literally I was watching TV or listening to TV as I was trying to learn continental style. How do you like my one nail polish? I just did a, sorry to change the subject, I just did a live event on my Glama's Beauty and Fitness channel where I was showing them what came in my Beauty Box 5 makeup little box. And so one of the things that came in it was this nail polish color. So that's why I have one nail done. Okay, so for continental style, this is how I told myself to hold the yarn. Do I want to do it like this? Yeah, like that. And then over, am I in the camera? And so right now I'm still holding the yarn pretty far from this needle. And so I'm trying to, what I'm going to be working on the rest of the evening today and for a few days is trying to teach myself to hold this finger down lower to where it's so that it's an even smaller movement than what I'm doing now. But yeah, at least I've taught myself how to do continental style, right? So that's cool. I'm proud of myself. So yeah, I'll do the rest of this row in continental style. Like I said, this isn't a tutorial. When it's a real tutorial, I will totally go a lot slower and you'll have better visual of what I'm doing. And I didn't know that there was a continental casting on style. I cast it on the English style, and then I just started knitting continental style. So I didn't know that there even was a different type of cast on. So, and I don't think I'll do the continental cast on. It looks way too difficult. I mean, I could do it, I just don't want to. Okay, so for purl, so for the knit, you saw that I held the yarn behind this needle. For purl, you bring it forward. Make sure. See, I'm still awkward holding it, so that's why I want to practice before I make an actual tutorial. So for purl, you go downward, you go in the front of that loop and you go downward, and then you loop that yarn over. I just dropped it because I'm in an awkward position. Let me do it this way. Okay. Okay, and then you lift off. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So I'm proud of myself that I taught myself how to continental style knit, but now I want to teach myself to get faster at it. And I want to train myself to put this finger down. I'll show you how I used to crochet. It looked like I was smoking or something, and I've never even been a smoker. And I'm like, why am I holding my yarn like I'm holding a cigarette? So it took so long, but I finally trained myself to hold my yarn differently as crocheting. So as difficult as it was to learn that, I'm going to also try to train myself. Let me see if I can do it. Try to train myself to hold my index finger closer. Let me see. So you'll see that I'm going to have a hard time with this because, like I said, I still need to train myself how to see. I can't, my finger doesn't, it keeps wanting to go up and I don't want it to go up. What I've seen people doing is I've seen people keep their finger, am I on the camera? Keep their finger on the needle as they go in and around. Oh, I think I just did it. Yay, I did it. Woohoo, but the yarn has to stay in the front if you're purling. So keep my finger there, twist it around, go through and lift off. It's a lift off. It's a space lift off. Okay, so for purling, you see that working yarn is in the front. You go in, you twist the yarn around, you go back through there and you lift off. Yay, I did it. Now I just need to practice and get faster at it. Yay. See, my finger still wants to come up though. And I don't want my finger. I should super glue my finger down. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to, yesterday I meant to show my friends in the live event that this is what I was going to be working on this week, is trying to train myself to keep this index finger down on the actual needle. Now I want to see if I can do it as I knit. That was my purl stitch, so I did it with the purl stitch, and purling is usually a little harder than knitting. So let's see if I can do it with my knit stitch. Okay, so for my knit stitch, can I keep it on the needle? Okay, so for the knit stitch, you go up. Yeah, but I'm at a weird angle because I'm trying to show y'all. Okay, so you see my finger's already up. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a hard time trying to keep my finger there as I'm doing the knit stitch. Okay, let me see if I'm not trying to show y'all, can I do it? Yeah, I guess I can. It's just going to take practice. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm just going crazy with knitting right now, just like I did when I first learned Tunisian crochet. Oh my goodness, I just Tunisian crocheted like a mad person. So yeah, this is what I've been doing, and I promise I will make my Ninja Turtle crochet hat. Oh, I said I was going to show you how I used to awkwardly crochet when I first started crocheting. I don't know why I held my yarn like this, but I did. Let me see, what size hook do I want to get? I'll just get my biggest hook, 6.0. Okay, so let me see if you can see the yarn. Make a slip knot. Let me see if I can even do it the old way that I used to hold it. I'm so used to doing it. But oh my goodness, I didn't like how it looked. I didn't like how my hands looked as I was crocheting. And as I watched more tutorials, I thought, nobody else nobody else holds their yarn like that. Everyone like this. And self, and it took so long to retrain myself. Now, I hope you all have picture now too. So sorry, I apologize, but this is exactly why I was doing a live event rather than filming myself with a camcorder and then having to upload it on YouTube, because staying in an RV park here, the connection is so bad and I end up dropping connection all the time. So that's why I didn't really announce this live event. I was just trying to do a video really fast, and then I was going to stop broadcast and let it just be up on the channel. But a couple people found me and that's so cool. So yeah, darn it. So this is going to be an even longer video than I wanted, and there's like probably a 5 or 10 minute little gap there where you're going to have to fast forward to watch this part. But I think I left off where I was showing y'all the crazy way that I used to crochet, how I used to hold my yarn like a cigarette, which I have no idea why, because like I said, I never have smoked in my entire life, and I didn't like how that looked. Oh, and I used to hold it like knife style, which is fine, but I didn't like how it looked. And so I taught myself how to crochet holding my yarn this way. And I know that a lot of people even hold it, how do they do it? I can't get used to, and I don't think I like the feel of it, where they actually put their index finger down and they just keep it down the whole time. And that is so hard for me, and I'm not crazy about how that looks anyway, so I'm just going to keep with that style. But the reason I was even showing you this is because I had such a hard time switching the style of how I hold my yarn with the crochet. And so I was showing y'all, I don't know where it cut off. That's why I'm kind of reiterating. I'm retracing my steps as to what I had shown y'all already. But I had told y'all that I'm learning how to knit continental style. Am I on knitting? No, I'm on purl. Okay. So yeah. And so one of the things that I was going to tell my live event friends yesterday is that right now I'm holding my finger, my index finger up high. So I taught myself how to continental knit, but now I want to train myself to keep my finger down low. So that's what I meant to tell my friends yesterday of what I was going to be working on this week. So I'm going to try to train myself to keep my index finger on the actual needle like this, like so, as I knit. See, my finger keeps wanting to come up. And what I'm hearing is that the fastest knitter in the world, the reason why she's so fast is because she has very little hand movement. So the closer you keep your movement, your fingers and stuff here, the faster you will knit, which makes sense to me. If you're making big movements, it's not as fast. But I'm just proud of myself that I even taught myself how to continental style in one day. And I do notice that a lot of people hold their finger where I'm holding mine, and that's fine. But I want to train myself to keep my index finger down on the actual needle. So for y'all that were in my live event yesterday, and I said I was going to show y'all something, I totally forgot to show y'all. But that's what I wanted to show you. That's what I'm going to be working on this week is, let me see, hold on a second. My window looks like it wants to close. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on. And for those of y'all that just joined me, my main reason for doing this video is that I took a shopping trip. I made a shopping trip to Walmart yesterday, and I bought myself my little knitting kit, which I just got done showing everyone. I just got done opening it up and showing everybody everything that was in it. So if you joined us late, then you can go back and rewatch it and see everything that comes in my little kit. I'm so excited to watch the DVD, which I'm going to do as soon as I hit stop broadcast. So that was my main reason for coming on here, is that I wanted to show everyone what was in the kit. The quality of everything seems to be great, other than the tapestry needles are plastic, so I won't even use those. Plus, my tulip kit comes with these like rose gold tapestry needles, and it has 2 sizes. See? And they're rose gold. They're so pretty. And they come with, it also comes with rose gold handled little scissors. So this part right here, this part this way is all rose gold, and then this part down is silver. I just love my tulip crochet hook kit. I'm so glad that I do, because I have been wanting them for like 2 years, and I didn't want to spend the money because they are a bit pricey. But my husband bought them for me, and I was just praying that I was going to love them, because I know that they're kind of pricey, and I do. I'm so happy that I do love them. So I see that someone else has joined me in here. Let me go see who else is in here. Wow, this is a treat, you guys, because I was just going to sneak in here and make a video and then just have it up there for everyone to see. I didn't think anyone was actually going to find me. Yay! So I read Abigail's, I think. She was saying that it takes much longer to knit than it does to crochet, and I've heard the same thing, but I just have always wanted to learn to knit. Like I was saying yesterday in my live event, I want to be a well-rounded crafter. So I want to get as good in knitting as I'm getting in crochet, and I want to learn graph ganning. I want to learn tatting. I want to learn cross stitch. I want to start sewing again. I've always known how to sew, but I want to get better at it and not just know the basics. I want to get really good at it. So Jackie says, I'm from Brazil. Yoga says, Yoga Frog is actually Holly. Holly says, the white measuring thing is to check your gauge. Okay. Some gauges might not have the size on it. Okay. Yeah. Because I know that for every pattern, it tells you do a so-and-so size swatch and measure your gauge. That way you know that the pattern's going to come out true to the size that they're giving you in the pattern. Oh, babe, I had such a fiasco happen just now. Totally lost connection. Everything went black for probably 5 or 10 minutes, and and my phone died. So I had to go charge my phone so I could even get on Glama internet. And it's like, oh my gosh, that was crazy. Yes. And so I'm gonna have to make an annotation on there to tell everyone to skip forward to minute so and so or whatever. Okay, and Regina Peterson says stitch holder. Oh, so that, yeah, you were telling me that this is, I didn't know that that was a stitch holder. So a stitch holder to me sounds almost like the same thing as a cable needle, because that's what a cable needle does. It holds the stitches, I guess, but so it almost sounds like it's the same thing, but I could be wrong. Our Cynic Crochet says, for a cable needle, I just use a crochet hook about the same size. Ha ha ha. You know what? That's very creative, and that's kind of what I did, only I didn't use a hook. I used a stitch marker. I used, let me see if I have the kind of stitch marker that I used. I don't have it in here, but it looked a lot like this, but smaller. The crochet, the stitch marker that I used to hold my stitches was smaller than that, but it was that sort where it kind of looks like a little safety pin. And Rebecca Lapointe is in here. She says, oh my gosh, I'm so late to this live event. No, you're not late, because it wasn't even scheduled. So I'm just glad that you found me in here. I've been on for 50 minutes now, but 5 or 10 minutes of that was me trying to get connection again. And then someone named Momo Miller, I love your crocheting tutorials, she says. Thank you. And thanks for crocheting along with me, everyone. I just love knowing that y'all are there, that I'm not talking to myself. You know, I'm not just talking to the camera. I'm talking to people that actually love crocheting like I do. And Kim Curry's in here. Hi, Kim. She says, hi, Leticia. I just came to turn my laptop off as it's gone midnight here. Oh, it is. It's midnight there in the UK. And I noticed you have a live event. I can't hear you, but thought I'd say hi anyway. Hi, Kim. And I'm sure when you watch it back, you'll understand why you couldn't hear me. I totally lost connection. I hope you can hear me now. I hope I'm not just talking to myself. Kim says, I can hear you now. Okay, you can hear me now. Just answered my own question, or you answered my question. Arsenic Crochet says, I lift the yarn over my hook. It makes me feel weird if I just have my finger up. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm trying to figure out how to do. That's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be working on not having my finger up like that. I mean, although that's how I do it for knitting, I mean, for crocheting. Yeah, and I've seen that's what I'm actually trying to do. I notice that people keep it, they keep it down here and then just lift it up when they need to go around it. But I guess lift up and then go like this. So I'm going to work on it. I am determined to learn how to do it that way. But if not, hey, at least I taught myself continental style, and I'm pretty proud of myself because up until last week, I hadn't knitted since I was younger. So I'm just proud of myself that I remembered how to English style knit and that I was able to continental style knit now. And Lisa Kupek, I think, am I saying it right? Kupek says, hello, I just logged on, just watched the Scooty video as I'm finishing mine up and got a wonderful surprise to find you here. Hi Lisa. Yeah, this is like an extra bonus for me. I didn't just get to make a video, but I also got to say hi to y'all. And Wild Cobra, Roman is in here. Hi, Roman. He says hello. And Wild Cobra, which is Roman, was in my live event yesterday, and I invited him over to my Facebook group page, and he joined. Yay! Now I have 3 gentlemen in my Facebook group page. Yuka Yo-Yo says, I love you. Oh, I love you too. And thanks for visiting my channel, you guys. I just feel so honored that you guys even come on my channel, that you guys found my channel, and that you continue to visit it loyally and regularly. And so, yay, I don't talk to myself anymore. So I love you too, Yoka Yo-Yo. It's a cute name. Kim says, I've always knitted English style, of course, LOL, because you're from the UK. But funnily enough, today I have been learning continental style too. Yay! Probably because of my live event yesterday, right? Because I've been telling you that I've been trying to learn it. How's it going? Are you doing well with it? My hands were sore, so I thought it would be good to be able to change about. Exactly. I was watching another tutorial today that says that she does English and continental, which I'm so glad that I can do both now, because yeah, when your hands get tired of doing the English style, you can always switch it up and, you know, do it continental style. Masi Olivero says, hi Masi. I've never seen your name before. I don't think I've ever talked to you. So it's so good to meet all kinds of people. It's like I should have a evening live event. So I've got my morning crochet live event friends, and then I can have my evening live event crochet friends, because it's a whole new group in here other than Kim. Kim was in my live events daily when I was doing them on Wake Up with Glama. So I really got to know her. And Yoka Yo-Yo says, I love you. She said it again. She? Are you a she or a he? I don't even know. I can't tell. But I love you too. That's why I always tell y'all at the end of my tutorials, don't forget that Glama loves you. And Kim says, I'm really liking the continental style, but I'm slow at the moment. Well, of course. Yeah, you're just learning, you're just reteaching yourself a whole new style. It's hard to break old habits, isn't it? Believe me, because like I was saying, how I used to hold my crochet working yarn, I would hold it like a cigarette, and I'm like, what the heck is this all about? But yeah, I'm slow at it too, because I'm just learning too. So I don't even want to dare make a knitting tutorial yet, not till I feel less awkward holding the needles yet. Let me see. Jade does things. Hi, Jade. She says she or he. I don't ever know to say she or he, because yesterday I called Wild Cobra a she, and turns out that Wild Cobra is Roman, a he. So Jade does things says, I both knit and crochet, and it's not too bad, though I prefer crocheting more. You know, I don't think I'm going to have a preference. I think once I really get the hang of knitting, I think I'm going to like them both equally. I really do. I do think that crocheting is easier to learn and just to do in general. But I want, like I said, I want to be well-rounded in all crafts. And if I ever want to do the stockinette stitch or whatever, Kim just taught me what stockinette means yesterday. I said, now what is stockinette? And so Kim told me that stockinette is when you knit and purl that's what the knit and purl stitch is. It's called stockinette. So, but I think instead of doing the stockinette stitch with knitting needles, I will do that with the Tunisian crochet hook instead, because Tunisian crocheting is so much easier than knitting, and you get the exact same look as you do with the knit and purl with the 2 needles. So I'm still loving my Tunisian crochet too. Lisa says, I'd love to learn to knit too. I have tried several times and have not been successful. Oh, you can do it. And I really, really am going to try to learn how to teach it. Right now, I just need to finish learning how to do it myself and be comfortable with it. But I'm really, as I'm crocheting and practicing my swatches, I'm actually trying to think, okay, now if I was talking to my crochet friends on camera, what would I be saying to them of how to do it? Can I explain it well enough to teach it? So I'm not going to make a tutorial till I think that that someone can make sense of what I'm trying to say. And my first ones probably won't be that good, but you know, hopefully y'all will stick with me and support me so I can get better at teaching knitting as well as teaching crocheting. So yeah, I hope you join me for my first beginner knitting tutorial, Lisa. Kim says, a stitch holder is for holding stitches on while you work on another part, such as when you make a V-neck. Oh, then you go back to them after. Okay, so it's not like the cable needle, because the cable needle, you're actually taking, like for that little swatch that I made, I was working with a cable of 8 stitches. So I took the first 4 and put them onto my stitch marker. In this case, you would put them on a cable needle, drop it, and then you would knit the next 4, and then you would put those 4 that were on the cable needle back on and then work those. So that's what the cable needle is for, right? And then you're saying that the stitch holder is for you to completely put those stitches on while you go work on something completely different. Awesome. So hopefully this DVD and this book will teach me how to use all the stuff that I've got in my little kit. And I know this is just a beginner's kit. I know it's just beginner's quality probably even, but for now that's all I need. It's what I bought when I got my crochet kit. I bought the exact same kit but in crocheting, and I know that it's not the best quality, but it got me where I am now. So I'm hoping knitting will get me where I want to be as well. But thank you so much, Kim. You're so informative. You're so helpful. Kim says, I have problems with my finger as well. Do you? Keeping it up or down? And you know, I was just at one point, because the person that I saw doing continental style, she was holding it with her finger up, so that's why I learned it that way. Had I watched the video where the girl was trying to teach you to hold your finger with it on here, I probably would have learned it like that. So now I have to reteach myself continental style like that, and now I have to reteach myself to keep my finger down because my finger gets tired of being up there. So she says, I have problems with my finger as well. I think we hold it up because we're used to crocheting. Yeah, that's true. But like I'm saying, if you go watch other knitting tutorials, a lot of knitters hold their finger up. A lot of them hold it down, but a lot of them hold it up as well. So I think it's just a preference. Lisa says, yes. I forgot what I asked you. Oh, about joining me for my knitting tutorials, I think. Yoga, which is Holly, says, I knit a way called American flicking. I've heard of that too, flicking. And I've heard that English style is also called throwing. And that continental style is also called picking. What's American flicking? I'll have to look that one up. I have heard of it though. And I think I might have even seen it a long time ago, but I don't remember what the difference is. It's not the same as English style. She says, I'm trying to learn continental too. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I will try to see the morning show. Well, you know, and I'm not doing it every day anymore like I was doing on my Wake Up with Glama channel. I was doing it every day there for a few weeks. But I just had some personal issues come up with the family, and so I kind of put that on hold. And so now I'm doing my Wake Up with Glama on Mondays on my Made with Love by Glama channel. And as soon as things settle down in my personal life, I'll get back to doing daily shows on my Wake Up with Glama channel at 10 o'clock So next Monday, I'll do another live event, 10 a.m. on my Made with Love by Glama channel. Lisa says, you taught me Tunisian crochet, so I'm sure I will learn to knit from you too. Oh, I sure hope so, but it's like I don't even know the correct lingo for teaching knitting yet. So I have to watch other tutorials so that I can learn. I mean, like, is it called yarn? Like, if you do it English style, is that called yarning over? I don't know. Or is it just called, I don't know what it's called. What is it called, Kim? You're my go-to, teach me what things are. when you're knitting English style and you bring the yarn over, whether you're holding it with your finger and bring it this way or you're doing it with your hand, what is that called? Is that called yarning over? So I have to get the lingo down first. Kim says, yes, it's different to the cable needle. Okay, good. So I did understand you correctly. The cable needle is used to move the stitches around in the pattern to form the cables, but the stitch holder keeps them safe. So yeah, that's why that's why it looks kind of like a safety pin, huh? Because you can hold them on there and close it so that you can forget about it for a while and know that they're safe. Okay, makes a lot of sense. But the stitch holder keeps them safe so you don't get dropped stitches. Yes. Oh, and I just watched a tutorial on how to retrieve drop stitches if you're knitting and how to retrieve purled drop stitches. So I know how to do that now. I have to practice it still, but at least I know how to do it. Lisa Kupek, my last name. Oh, okay. Yes, about your last name. I said it right, Kupek. Lisa Kupek, you said it right. Awesome. Arsenic Crochet says, yes, you did a great job with Tunisian. Thank you. And Wild Cobra says, hello, can you send me the other channel name so I can join? Oh, you know, a list of all my channels is, okay, if I was looking at the laptop like y'all are looking at me right now, every one of my channels on the right hand side has a list of all my channels. So on this channel, when you go to my home page, or my, I don't know what you would call it. What do you call a YouTube page? I guess my home page. Over on the right hand side, there's a little sidebar that has a donate button, and then under the donate button is a list of my channels. And the channel that I was doing my live events, my daily live events, it's called Wake Up with Glama. And then I have a beauty channel, but you're probably not interested in that one, are you, Roman? It's a beauty and fitness one. And then I have a Glama's Bedtime Stories one. And I have a personal Leticia Wilson one. And I have a Princess Kylie one that I haven't put any new videos on for a while. So anyway, I'm going to start winding down and saying goodbye. I've been on for 1 minute and 5 minutes. Well, 5 of those minutes is probably dead air that I'm going to have to tell y'all to fast forward. So yeah, the name of that channel is, I'll just type it in right here. If you're talking, I don't know if that's the channel you're talking about, but it's Wake Up with Glama. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye. This was such a treat, you guys. I'm so glad that I got to say hello to y'all this evening. And, well, for you, it's midnight. It's already tomorrow, Kim. So I'm so glad I got to talk to you, Kim, and everyone else that's still in here. Thank you so much for joining me. It's so good to meet y'all. Some of your names I actually recognize from commenting, from responding to your comments. Some of y'all I'm just seeing for the first time, so it's so good to meet new viewers of mine. And thank you so much for visiting my channel and continuing to revisit and to crochet along with me. It just makes me feel warm and fuzzy knowing that I'm not just talking to myself. I'm actually talking to people that love the same craft that I love so much. So I'm going to say goodbye. I love you all. Mwah! And I will see y'all soon. Bye-bye. Don't forget, what? That Glama loves you. And don't forget yourselves and each other as much as I love you. Bye.